Mm, 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 mm. Hey guys, welcome back to my live. Hey guys, welcome back to my live. How are you guys today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you guys? How are you? How are you? How is the season? Like, it's been cold, but we're getting into that winter season. Guys, can you believe that it's snowing so much? But it's not yet winter in Canada. Winter officially starts on the 21st. Like it's cold. But anyways, hi guys, welcome back to my live. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Jenna and I am a makeup artist. So welcome to my class. Welcome. So today I'm just going to be going for doing like a Christmas. I don't know what they call those things. Is it Christmas hats? The ones that go to the side? Is it a Christmas cap? What is the name? Whatever, but I'm just gonna do that. That's my tutorial for today. So stick around because it's gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna start off by, I have my skin prepped, which is why it's glowy. So I'm gonna start off by applying my foundation, then my contour, my highlights, blush, and then I will go into the eye makeup. So let's get this tutorial on the road. So today I'm gonna be using my Sephora foundation. This is in the shade 50N. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use um I'm going to place it with my brush and then I'll blend it in with a beauty blender. So just doing this. Alright, so if you're always on this channel, you know what to do after we do the foundation like this. We go ahead and spray. So I'm just doing my placements and then I'm going to use my spray to blend this foundation. Alright, and I'm going to be taking the Mario Badescu. And I'm using my damp beauty sponge. I'm going to be touching a little bit of that product and then I'm going to blend. So this foundation is a medium to full coverage. So just bear it at the back of your mind that it's not going to fully cover your spots. So you may have to add some more. But for me, a little is okay for me. I'm okay with like the spots peeking through. It's okay. So, hair. Wow, don't know where that came from. But anyway, I'm going to be blending this in. I'm just checking which side doesn't have any product, and I'm just using the beauty blender to apply. Okay, and now this is done. What I'm gonna do is to do my contour and then my highlight and then blush. So for my contour, I'm going to be using the V Beauty in the shade Maroon 8. This is almost done, guys. I wish I can get this because I really love this foundation. It's full coverage, so it works perfectly for me. So I'm going to be using a brush to blend this just because it works better for me to focus on that area. Okay, so I'm taking the same brush that I use for my foundation. I'm going to be picking a little bit of this and placing like so, and then blending everything in. So I just like to press it in like this, like so. So it gives me very soft contour, which is what I like. And this will just blend into that foundation and into the blush seamlessly. So this is what I like to do. So now contour is done. We're going to do the highlight. To highlight, I'm using this Maybelline Super Stay. This is in the shade 42. And I'm going to place it here like so. And here, here, and here. So that's all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to use my spray again. Why I like to include my spray when I'm blending is because it makes blending super easy. So I'm using the Mario Badescu. So if you notice that you have a hard time blending, this is a good hack for you. Now, I also like to use the side that I use to blend my foundation to blend everything in. So I start from my T-zone and then I do this last because I want it to really come out full coverage. So that's a good tip. If you're seeing me for the first time, hi, my name is Jenna and I am a makeup artist. On my live, we do a makeup class. Hi, Big Sean, how are you? Welcome to my live. How are you and where are you watching from? Mario, you should be tired by now. You came here yesterday. You should be tired by now. Thank you. So this is done. They, Mario was here yesterday doing this. Honestly, you should be tired by now. I know I am on your behalf. But anyways, I'm just going to focus. Okay. Yeah, done, done, done. Thanks, Big Sean. Okay. This is what it looks like right now. So I'm going to do this one because it has sat for a while and now it's going to come out pretty much full coverage. So if you're someone who doesn't like to put tons of product, you can just do like contour and highlights and you're good. So it depends on your preference. If you just contour and highlight, you're going to get the very good result. So remember to look up. I'm going to do the side. And a good tip for blending is to press. I love to press the beauty blender against the side that I am blending. This just helps to give it a very soft, natural finish. So if that is what you're going for, this tip would really help. Okay, now I can go ahead and do the side. Okay, this is done. I'm gonna do this side as well. So I like to put the remaining products from the beauty blender on my eyelid. It's not compulsory, but I just like to do it. So this is done. For some reason, I always end up putting like more product here. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix the side real quick. Just a little drop is all I need. So I like to get my setting powder close by when I'm doing my under eye so that it doesn't crease. This is the brand I'm using, Mirac Cosmetics. So you really just want to press the product in. To never drag, press is better for the makeup. It sits well. Okay. And now I'm just going to go ahead and set the under eye quickly so that I don't give it any chance to crease. So remember to tap off the powder. So Mario, where sorry, Big Sean, where are you watching from? Are you still here? Okay. So I like to just look up so that I can get the under eye very well. All right. So this is done. Now, if you want, after this, you can go in with your um, powder puff and just use it, the flat one, and just use it under your eye. It works better. It just gives a very blur effect and just mattifies it. I'm going to go ahead and use my blush. This is the Ioni brush. I don't know, I always say brush when I want to say blush. But this is the Ioni blush. This I got from the dollar store for $1.50. So I'm just gonna do like a few drops. One, two, three. So you can either decide to use your brush. I like to use either my foundation brush or contour brush, or you can use your beauty blender. Beauty blender will end up giving you a very, very soft blush. But if you're someone who loves a lot of blush, go ahead and use a brush. A brush helps the product to really pack onto your face, but whereas the beauty blender helps to even it out and blend it. So it has like a very sheer effect. And but then it also depends on the pigmentation of the blush. So if the blush is super pigmented, you really want to take a little bit. So I'm using this. So why I like to use my contour brush is because I find that the contour also helps to like even out the blush so that it's not like if you're using like a red blush, it's not too red. So it's the same thing with whatever shade. This is like a peachy blush. which works better on my warm skin tone. So I'm just no, I feel like I took too much. I should have just done like one. Okay, no worries. I'm just going to keep on dabbing it until I get my desired result. Now bear in mind, hi Nona, how are you? Now bear in mind that this style that I do gives you, if you have like a round face, this is perfect for you because it just helps to slim your face down or give an illusion of a slim face. Not slim your face, it gives you an illusion of a slimmer face. The makeup is not doing, it's not going to slim your face, but you can use it to create an illusion. Hi Avara, how are you? Welcome back to my live. How are you today? So I like to go in with the beauty blender just to soften it out a bit. Now I'm going to go back with my beauty blender. I'm going to pick my setting powder. When I'm using my beauty blender, I like to even it out on my hand. And this is done. I'm going to take a little bit again, soften it out, and this is done. So when I'm done with this, I can go ahead and set the rest of my face. I'm going to start from my forehead. So same motion, just pressing it into your skin. Okay. So this is done. Now, something I like to do is to grab a powder shade and blend in between like the blush and the highlight. So this just helps to like even it out. It helps to just give it a very even transition. So I like to pick my powder palette. I'm gonna pick a powder that is like my skin tone, and then I'm just going to place it in between here, and it just makes the highlight soften into the blush. So you just want to put it on the part where the blush meets the highlight. Always tap off excess powder. Okay, so this is done. Now, if you like, you can set the whole face and then you do a reverse contour. That is totally optional. So don't forget that we applied some contour. You want to set the contour with your contour brush, and you are going to set your blush with the blush powder as well. I'm tapping off the excess. And for this, I like to blend that contour into the blush so that it looks like one happy family. Okay, remember always tap off the excess. And this is done. things. So I'm going to be using this peachy shade in the middle to just set that brush. So you can also use your beauty blender to do this. So with the beauty blender, you're never pulling, you're always pressing in. You don't want to pull because you're going to move the product on your face. So always pressing. Okay, so this is done. And the next thing I'm going to do, I feel like I really need to retouch this part. So I'm just going to do that. Now I'm going to do my nose. So when I'm using this type of beauty blender that is round, I like to pinch it so that it's focused on the nose. So it's just focused on where I want it. Now we're going to go ahead and do the nose contour. I like to use a powder because I find that it's just super easy. And if you're struggling with like nose contouring, just using a powder helps you to figure it out before you dive into using the creams. So I like to feather it out just a little bit. This is why you always want to tap off because you don't want too much product. When you do, it will be hard for you to blend it. So just take a little bit at a time and just build it up. So when I get to this part, I'm a little heavy-handed on the brown because this is usually the part that really gives you that sculpted nose. So I like to go in heavy with the brown just here. For here, I'm going to leave it like that. So that's basically all I'm doing. Now the next thing I'm going to do is set the rest of my face. And to set the rest of my face, I'm using a powder brush to do this. And I'm using that shade of powder that is my skin tone to set the rest of my face. So you don't want to skip this because this is what will make your makeup look really nice. It's going to set properly. There are times when I like forgot to set the rest of my face, and honestly this part tends to just get very oily because it's not properly set with the powder, so don't skip that. So I'm going to do the forehead as well. And this is all for this. Now you can go ahead and use your beauty blender and do your reverse contour. So I'm just going to paint it again. So I don't like to go heavy-handed with the contour because I'm actually not a fan of a reverse contour. Sometimes I feel like it's not necessary. So when I apply it, I'm very, very light-handed. I like to just feather it out a bit so that it makes the blending easy. This is all you need to do. This just gives your contour a very sharp definition. I'm going to do the same thing. Try as much as possible to aim for the same angle. If not, you're going to have one lifted cheekbone and the other one is just all the way down. So try to aim for the same angle. So a good measure is like from here downwards. I'm not living in Nigeria. But what do you mean? Nigerians are beautiful. So what do you mean? I was beautiful when I was living in Nigeria as well. So what do you mean? Okay, I try to get it as even as possible. Which, by the way, even though I've been doing makeup for a while, doesn't always end up like that sometimes. So give yourself grace. What do you mean? Have you seen Nigerian women? Come on. Like my friends alone, they are so beautiful. So Nigerian women are beautiful. Come on. Nigerian women are beautiful. Don't play. Okay. So I'm just touching this up again. And this is done. Now let's get into the eyes. Always my favorite part of makeup, doing the eyes. Just because I have a lot of eye space, so I'm always excited because my eyes can take as much um, creativity as I want. So I'm using a regular hair gel and I'm just going to be using it to get my brows done. And what you want to do with this gel is just to get your brows to stay in place. Now, if you don't want to do your brows, that is okay. And I'm gonna show you how I do my brows when I don't want to draw them. I first of all just brush them in place like so until they are just where I want them to be. Oh, okay, that's why. That's why. Trust me, Nigerian women are beautiful. Oh my god. Like if you see my sister, oh my god, she's gorgeous. So my friends are all beautiful. So you need to go to Nigeria, okay? Your perspective will change. Nigerians are gorgeous. So now I am going to set this with my setting powder. So this is done. Why you're setting this with the setting powder is because you don't want it to move throughout the event or whatever that you're going for. So you set it so that it just stays put throughout. Like even if someone touches it, like, oh my god, and wipes it off, it's gonna stay. So don't be alarmed. Sometimes people are just funny. They might wipe it off. Trust me. They might wipe off your makeup. Guys, my foundation is done and I'm so sad. I'm like squeezing through it. So now I'm going to grab two different shades and this is how I get my brows done. If you're following my videos all the time, you would know this technique. It's super easy. I go in with the lighter shade first And what I try to do is to highlight my brow bone. So you can do this if you don't want to do any, if you don't want any pencil, any brow pomade or anything on your brows. You have like full brows, like your God's favorite person. You can do this. So when I'm done with that part, I like to wipe off whatever is on the brush on my hand. So it's basically like almost empty. And I'm going into the darker shade. And this I place here on the end. And here as well. And that just cleans it up. And then I can grab my fluffy brush and I just blend this. And it looks like I did something to my brows, but I didn't. So I'm just blending this in. And that is all I do. So I like to blend the darker one into the lighter shade so that it just looks very seamless. So this is all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna touch the top because I feel like I don't need to. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off again. Go into that lighter shade once again. So once again, I'm wiping off the excess, going into the darker shade. And voila, that's all you need to do. And this is done. Once again, I'm blending this into the lighter shade and I'm just tapping it. And if you feel like after you've done this, your brow still needs a bit of touch up, just go ahead and follow along the lines that you've already cleaned up and get a little bit of pencil or brow pomade just to add a little bit of flesh to that brow. But honestly speaking, this works any day, anytime for me, so I'm good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start my eye makeup. Now to start my eye makeup, I like to put some concealer or an eyeshadow primer. So I'm using the same Maybelline Super Stay, but I'm using the shade 30. Once again, I'm using my fluffy brush and I'm just blending this. So I like to tap, 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 and then I blend the rest out. We want to do the same for here. So if you want it like really pigmented, just like I did for the under eyes, you can let it sit for a bit, let it dry just a teeny bit, and then you blend it in. So this is what it's looking like. So I feel like this needs just a little bit. So I'm gonna put just a drop. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is to grab my eyeshadow palette or my blush palette. Let's see. I want something red, but sadly I don't really have red. So let's see. Hmm. Okay, I'll go with this shade. And what I'm gonna do is pretty simple. I'm just gonna pack a little bit of the product on my eyelid, and then this is a very simple, like Christmas themed look. So it's super easy to follow. So if you want to recreate this, it's very easy. You don't have to be like worked up about it. It's super simple. So you just want to get your eyeshadow like so. I like to use a flat brush for this. It just really helps me in the direction that I want the eyeshadow to be. Like I'm not doing like a sharp end at this part. So I'm going to build, this is what we call build up. I'm gonna keep building it until I get the pigmentation that I'm going after. Oh, hi, Yuna. Okay, so that is basically all you want to do. Then you can just tap off and blend the top like this, just lightly, just like this. Thanks, Yuna. How are you today? And that's basically it. I'm going to replicate the same thing here. Oh, you have school tomorrow. Oh, I don't have school anymore. I just have exams on Saturday. So I may or may not be here on Saturday. Well, I mean, it's just for a short while. By January, I'm back at it again. Thanks, thanks, thank you. By January, I'm back at it again. So I'm just gonna look and see if it's even. going to try to get it as even as possible. My outfit is just the shirt I'm wearing and a pair of pants. So here is makeup. So we focused on makeup. Hi Kennedy, how are you? Welcome to my live. Okay, well, I hear you, Yuna. So I'm just blending this like this. I'm making sure that this matches. And you can blend it into that contour just at the top. And so far, this is looking nice. Now, the next thing I want to do is to grab a liner brush and I'm not a baddie, please. Oh. I'm not a baddie. I'm a Jesus baby, please. All right. So I'm going to grab a white liner, or is this a primer? What do you call it? Yeah, a white primer. So I'm going to be picking this up and just doing a simple line. What I really want to do is just to do a simple line across the eyeshadow. So I'm going to start from right here. So with this, I'm aiming for like a nice S curve. And just go for that top. And that's basically what I'm doing. I'm going to try to do the exact same line. It's going to be a struggle, but let's trust the process. All right. I'm just trying to fix this mistake over here. I'm trying to pat it in. and it's kind of working. So I'm just going to try and reinforce the line. What happened? Where did you go? So this is done. I'm going to try and just clean any parts that I need to. Oh, okay. So this part is super easy. I'm taking a cotton ball and I'm just gonna try to roll it into a very tiny ball. And then what I'm gonna do is to grab my lash glue, and this I'm going to be placing here, like so. Like a little Christmas hat. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm gonna roll this into a ball, just a little bit of cotton ball. So doing the same, rolling the cotton ball. I'm gonna place it here. Now for the bottom, it's simple. I'm gonna grab the liner. I'm gonna go back into the white, and I'm just gonna line it here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna try to create a little Santa hat. Guys, I love this. So cute. That's my Santa hat. I like it. Can actually wear this to like a Christmas party. Christmas party. So I'm going to try to do the exact same thing on the other eye. Super easy. Just taking the white liner, I'm just going to line this up. Okay, my Santa hat tutorial done. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And to finish this up, I'm going to be using my mascara. This is the Colossal from Maybelline. Cute. Now I'm going to finish this off by lining my under waterline. And to do that, I'm going to be using the same powder that I used, or the same eyeshadow that I used to do this. So this will just make everything pop and just lets your under eye not to remain bare. If you want, you can go ahead and put some glitter underneath, and this will just make it come out even more sparkly. Now, of course, I had to go in with my pencil and just line the inner waterline. This is pretty much done. I'm going to dust off any excess powder that might have fallen, or eyeshadow powder that might have fallen. And because I want to keep this minimal, I'm not wearing any lashes. I'm just going to leave it like this. So I'm just going to put mascara on my bottom lash, and then this is going to be done. So bottom lash done. We're going to do this one. Size. It's so annoying. Okay. All right. So this is the eye makeup done. I really love it. I think I'm gonna be wearing this, but when I'm gonna wear it, I'm gonna wear it like sparkles, so that because it's gonna be at the night. So if I put sparkles, it's gonna come out really nice. It's gonna pop in the middle and just looks like a shiny Christmas hat. So all right, heads up, guys. We're slaying with this look. Okay, it's so cute. I love how it kind of matches the hair. It is pretty. It's simple, guys. You can create this. It's very easy. And remember, if you do tag me and I can repost it. All right, now for the lipstick questions. What kind of questions? Like the trivia. The trivia is for weekends. Trivia is weekend nights. We do trivia on the weekends. So for my lipstick, I'm gonna go with my lip pencil, and I'm just going to line my lip. The trivia is for the weekend. So like tomorrow, there'll be trivia tomorrow. If If you come back tomorrow, we have trivia night. Okay. So you can decide to use like a clear lip gloss on this, or you can go ahead and use like a lipstick and then place a gloss on this. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But today I'm going for the slightly overlined look. Okay, so I'm tempted to go in with like a peachy shade. Let's see, what do I have in my collection? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go in with this one. So I'm going in with this one. This one has a lot of like shimmer. I think it's very Christmassy. So I'm gonna use this. So this is the color icon lip gloss. So this is the color icon from Wet and Wild. I love it. It has like shimmers of purple, gold. It's just very nice and subtle. I love it. Now, if you're extra, you can go ahead and add more gloss. You guys know. But today, I'm gonna try not to do that. So I'm gonna try to stick to just this one. So of course, if you add some more, you're going to go with darker. But this is pretty good for this tutorial. Do you see that shimmer? I love the shimmer. This is very good. I think this is a very nice night lipstick kind of thing. And for some reason, it just pairs with the eyeshadow. I love it. I don't know why I don't wear this, but I think from now on, I'm going to be wearing this. It looks nice. It looks very, very clean. It looks gorgeous. So once again, go back and go into your powders and clean up the look. So I'm going into my powder, cleaning it up, because after this, I'm going to be spraying my face. So when you're doing this part, don't forget to blend it out, or else you might have like a lot of hash line there. So remember to blend it out. So when you want to clean up this, it's simple. Press it into your skin. That's the best way. Just press it in. And there you have a very nice natural blend. If you don't do this, you might end up having like a lot of patchwork going on there, which is not the goal. So this is just a very good tip. Try to blend it in first before you do anything else. So this is the end result. I know it looks funny because we haven't sprayed. So now we're gonna spray and everything is gonna come together. I'm going to blend this part out. And now the final thing you want to do is spray and you're good. All right. This is why we have a fan to help us with the drying process. So I'm gonna use the fan and quicken this up. All right, guys. Okay, I think my fan is in need of a charge. Now, when this dries, you can go ahead and leave it like this, or you can go ahead and use the powder again just to get it looking matte, if that's what you like, or you can just leave it looking dewy like this. It all depends on your preference. Okay, so this is dry. You want to make sure that it's dry before you go in with your powder brush, or you're going to regret it. So make sure it's properly dried before you touch it. So I'm just going in with my brush. So guys, we've come to the end of this tutorial. Now to finish it up, if you're extra like me, you can go ahead and put some highlighter just to have some shine. Just to add some shine. So I like to highlight where the light is going to hit, just to give the highlighter more um, drama and more effect. So you want to be careful with the highlighter because you're one step away from looking like a disco ball. So be gentle. It's better to build it up than to have to fix it. So build up, build up, build up. My forehead is always shining, but I like to add some more shine. here. You keep it full if you want. If you feel like your blush is being swallowed by the highlight, no worries. Go into your beauty blender that you use to blend your blush, or you can go into your blush brush and just touch it. Just to give it some more life again. And so guys, there you have it. This is the final piece. I love it. I look like a disco ball on my top, on my forehead, but we don't care. So when this just settles, everything looks very nice. It looks good. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching my live. If you shared my live, thank you so, so much. Thanks for sharing my live. Thanks for letting other people watch what you watch too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And tomorrow is trivia day, so do make sure that you come back for trivia. Trivia nights are always fun, lots of questions and lots of fun time. So I'm gonna see you again tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into my live, and I will see you tomorrow.